lethal. You lose.
Exploding compression bullets.
No one likes to show off.
Unless what they're showing off is dope as
That's true.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Show Off. I am not sure if we are live. I promise. You put me on here. Yes. Welcome. Show Off, where we want to show you off, or me, or my stuff. We just like to show off all kinds of stuff here. I'm gonna be joined a little bit later, I believe, by Loco Lu. So let's get started. So we've been off for 2 weeks, and there's been some sad news. A couple of iconic actors have passed away. One yesterday, Jason David Frank. I never really got into the Power Rangers. I was in college, so that's the big reason why. And I wanted to bring this up mainly because of depression and suicide, and how it's important to try to how can I say that? If you have friends and you notice that they're off, they're still laughing and smiling, but deep down, they could be hurting. I have depression and anxiety, and I'm lucky enough that I have a great support system. So it's really important to, if you see someone that you love who is just off and not there, just talk to them. That's all. Just talk to them. It might be nothing, but it's important, to talk things out. And if you're in that place where you're feeling down, and things aren't going your way, or it might just be, nothing. You just, the neurotransmitters in your brain, it might be nothing. Just talk to somebody. That's It's like the best thing to just, talk whatever's going on with you out. So rest in peace, Jason David Frank. And then Kevin Conroy. That was a really, really big one for me. I watched every episode of Batman the Animated Series, and it's just, it's heartbreaking. And intestinal cancer, I believe it was, and same thing with Chadwick Boseman. So if you're in your 30s, they've reduced the age. If you're in your 30s, start getting checked. Get a colonoscopy in your late 30s, early 40s. It used to be over 50. That's not happening anymore, because more and more people are getting intestinal cancers much younger. So please, take care of yourself in mentally and physically. This is just I know it's a weird way to open up a show, but I felt it was important. And so yeah, I just take care of yourself. Let's see if I can give me 1 second. I thought I had the chat up, but I don't have the chat up, so I can't see who's in the chat. And I want to see who's in the chat before we get to our first thing. I want to say hello. One of these days, I'm gonna get this thing live. channel. So how's everybody doing out there? I haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks. I've been kind of being a little low key on the boards and stuff. Just a lot of life happening right now. So I kind of feel out of touch with everybody. And you guys, I do enjoy chatting with you guys. So let me see. Let's see, the collector number 1. What's going on? And I hope everyone's doing great. CT603, welcome. What's up to you, sir? Chris, listening on my drive. Oh God, I hope I'm entertaining for Chris. And yeah, it's life on life's terms. It's true. Boba Fettuccine. Hey, you make me want to have some pasta. Not necessarily fettuccine. David Wood, what's up? I'd send pics of what I'm doing, but not sure how. Okay. popculturelivingroom@gmail.com. Let me pull it up. Anybody that wants to send anything to me, popculturelivingroom@gmail.com. I have it listed in one of these. Probably not. Let's see. There we go. Ta-da! We're getting there. So yeah, popculturelivingroom@gmail.com. Send me your pictures, your Instagrams. If you're a photographer taking pics, I'd love to have you on. You can discuss your process. I love that stuff. And let's see. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? And you know what? Let's get into our first thing. We're going to do a spotlight. We're going to spotlight Jeremy Scully. He primarily collects the McFarlane Toys 7-inch figures, the Batman, and he loves his Batman. I love Batman. Who doesn't love Batman? Jerks don't love Batman. That's who. So let's pull his display off. Let's see here. And yeah, so he did a shout out on Instagram. That's how I know about this. And then we talked. He's an awesome dude. We talked for a while, and he sent me his pictures through the popculturelivingroom@gmail.com. And that is what we're going to see. We're going to see some of his pictures. All right. Hope this doesn't shut down like it did last week. Start off with this picture. It's just the. There we go. Now this is the garage shelf. This is what what I'm using and what you should be using, because it's much less expensive, even though materials have raised in price. It's crazy how much materials have raised in price, because originally when I made this, it was like a little over 400, and I priced it out the other day and it's around 700. Still much cheaper than a bunch of what do you call it, the 3 DF120s by Magic, so can hold a lot more weight on them. And overall, if you can look exactly like one of those, exactly like a high-end case. So first picture, Jeremy worked on his back panel. He's cutting it out, and I believe you'll see is that he just cut out the back panel and applied it to the back. So he didn't cut them out individually, which is okay. It'll if you do it that way, you can if you don't cut the acrylic or the back panels into individual sizes, it'll give you the option to move the shelves up and down. So yeah. So that's I mean it's a great option, especially if you plan on, rearranging your figures and having different shelves at different times. And here is his stapler. At this point, he's making the shelves using the same white pleather that I use, the boat pleather. That is like the best pleather. Um, I mean, it's made for boats. It's not gonna degrade that easily or quickly. It's still pleather. So, but we have a guest coming in. Let's bring him in, and we'll chat with my man and your man, Loco Lou. If this is it's like it's like molasses. It's I'm like going. There we go. Here we go. Here he comes. Here he comes. Where? Come on. Come on, Lou.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hey. Oh my gosh.
People. Sorry for
It's
the delay.
like I am hooked in. That's all right. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm on I got the Ethernet plugged in, so I knew not to worry about the Wi-Fi because you mess around with that Wi-Fi, especially on a live stream, man.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I deal with the Wi-Fi often on my end over here. Sometimes it starts jumping me back and forth too. Then when I try to go on my actual phone, it'll eat up my data so quick, it ain't nobody's business.
So normally, I start off the show with asking what you have to show off. Did you get anything new this week? Did you pre-order anything this week? But this week, I started off with, and I see you have the White Ranger back there. Oh wow! You got the Attack of the Clones Yoda. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of my grail pieces in my collection that I've always wanted. I saw this guy and I wanted it instantly, but I never built up the courage to go into Hot Toys. I wasn't in on it for a while. And then I saw the Deadpool one. And I was like, okay, let me get the Deadpool. Okay, let me go in some more. And he was just hard for me to like grasp. Like if I go in here, it's going to be like another kettle of beans, another hole I'm in, and it's already too late. I got the the Death Troopers, the chrome ones, and then I got the chrome clone, and I'm like, okay, forget it. Open the floodgates. Let me just break the handle off. I don't even need a knob. Just break it and just let it, consume me a little bit. So I got my two Jedi that I adore the most, Anakin and Yoda. So, I'm happy there. Now it's just a matter of getting some more clones and some aliens from Star Wars, because I love me some aliens.
Are you wearing white gloves because you're cold or because you're handling the? Oh, okay. Oh, because of the White Rangers. You don't want to.
It's cold, man. I'm in the garage. It's cold.
I know, dude. It's like 2 weeks ago it was 70 degrees on the East Coast here, and then what happened? Winter decided to come, right? It was like summer, now winter. So, so was Jason David Frank? Did you watch? Obviously, you have the White Ranger right there. So yeah.
They Jason David Frank was my favorite Ranger. He had the charisma, but not only that, he was a martial artist, and I followed his career as a martial artist and seen him in
Yeah.
a few MMA fights, and yeah, very very cool individual. He's for the fans, and it's sad to see him go, and it's really 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 dark when you talk about mental health and trying to be on that line of self-preservation and stuff. But then again, you know, a lot of us know how to deal with certain things, and some of us just don't.
Yeah, I tried to I stumbled my way through an opening talking about mental health because I deal with the same type of issues, anxiety, depression. Um, so I'll, I have a good support system here, and collecting actually helps. Um, talking to talking to everybody online, I even though it's not in person, it's not, face to face, there's still that, like, camaraderie that's there.
Hmm.
There's, and hopefully one day you want to meet everybody in person,
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was trying to say that if you are having any of those feelings, reach out and try to talk to someone. I know it's hard because at sometimes at that time at those moments you might be at your lowest, and that's not what you want to do. You don't want to deal with anybody. Uh, but it's also important as a friend to, look at see if your friends not being themselves. So anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to say something at the beginning. I should have written something out instead of doing it off the top of my head.
Well, I got you.
Uh,
Got you. I got you.
but
I
yeah,
got
it's like sad. You don't want to lose. I mean, it is part of life. You don't want to lose anyone, and especially as young. He was 49. He's 2 years older than me, so you don't want to,
Yeah.
lose
Like
someone,
I'm a little
especially in this way.
I'm a little off myself, and thus the name Loco Lu. A lot of people
Yeah,
who know me address me as Loco. That way I'm a little off my rockers, but that's not to say that I'm not intelligent. That's not to say that I don't have a type of wisdom. It's just sometimes the emotional aspect, it becomes a little too much to bear sometimes, and you just find a way, excuse me, to cope with it, to vent with it. You look for outlets, and creativity becomes like your passion, and your emotions and what you're trying to convey comes through your hobbies, your artwork, and all that other stuff. So like I said in Lael's stream earlier in Collectors Lounge International, reach out. What saved me was reaching out. I reached out to people. I have tons of hobbies: graffiti artists, breakdancing, martial arts, collecting. If it wasn't that, it was music. I played. I taught myself guitar. Like I literally had to teach myself guitar. When learn the chords and teach myself how to play that.
nice.
You
Yeah,
need to make sure you reach out and venture into the world, because your time here is finite. Everyone has an expiration date. Don't make
yeah,
it be the choice that you make it today your expiration date. Make it so that way it happens through the hand of God, in my
yeah,
aspect. You know what I mean? Let nature takes its course, and you not be the one to take it.
yeah. It's important. It's important to just reach out to somebody. There are numbers out there. Actually, when I was in college, I worked the suicide hotline, and it's really just people just want someone to have, listen to.
Hmm.
It's very sobering when you realize that it's just that, just you don't have to say anything. You just sit there and you just listen.
Hmm.
And that's really what when you're working on a suicide hotline, it really is listening and reaffirming, the person's feelings. So um, So yeah, it was one of those things back then that um, that actually helped me out, like
Yeah.
with working on the hotline and learning, talking it out sometimes is the best thing, and will help a lot. It might not, it won't clear things up like immediately, but at that moment at your lowest, letting it out, you know, will help you. So
Yeah, just some
anyway, it's
moment of clarity. Just you need is that moment of clarity and just figure out how to arrange yourself to deal with the situation.
yeah.
Because situations don't come and go like that. Situations happen. You learn to deal with it and move on till you become bulletproof to it, and that's about it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put it out there. Anybody, you can contact me at any time. I will listen. Okay. Anybody in the community, I'm there. If you just need somebody to listen to and somebody that's not in your immediate, sphere of friends or family members. If sometimes you just need to tell someone what's going on, and you might not want to divulge a lot of intimate stuff with your close friends because it might involve them. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm here
sometimes
for you. Any
sometimes
way you want to get a hold of me,
yeah,
I
sometimes
will
that
I will
happens.
be there.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. It's easier to tell a stranger than it is to tell someone that knows you.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. So anyway, I started doing a display spotlight
Okay.
for Jeremy Scully. Now, Jeremy Scully has an Instagram, and I have it in the description. Jeremy J Scully Creations. He does color work for
Ooh,
artists.
ooh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. Check out his Instagram. It's got a lot of his work there. So if you need something colored, you can go to him. He's pretty
That
good.
sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Shoot, see, talented everywhere. There's talent everywhere.
Talent is everywhere. And I was saying he mainly collects McFarlane stuff, at least what you'll see in these pictures. So this was him doing the covering of the boards.
With the
And
boat leather, right? The boat
yeah,
leather.
and if you look at the top, if you look up here, you can see that there's what do you call it? There's all these
Staple
staples.
remover.
I guess he
Mhm.
tried and removed, and sometimes it does some trial and error. At least for me, that's what happened with the when I made this case. So a lot of trial and error, and I'm still learning stuff, and I will be bringing that knowledge and information to you guys. Um, so this is him cutting his acrylic. This is a pain in the ass, cutting
Woo.
the acrylic. And he did it, if you can see right here, he did it with a an acrylic knife. I'm gonna After this, I'm gonna talk about the easiest way I found most recently on how to cut acrylic, and it comes out clean every time. But he said he broke a couple of these acrylic sheets, and that can get expensive if you're with the way acrylic is nowadays, how expensive it is, and if you have to buy new acrylic, it can get super expensive. And then here, the price you pay when you're trying to
Ouch.
make this display case perfection. And the acrylic, I mean, you can see up at the top here, the jagged crack and all the little drops of blood. You might bleed a little. It might be some tough work, but in the end, it's you're gonna feel so good when it's finished and you have, all your figures inside. So here it is in the middle of you put it together, and then the acrylic, the shelves are covered. And after this, ta-da! Look at that. All that hard work. And my wife was like, "Is that yours?" And I'm like, "No, that's not mine. That's one of the subscribers or one of the guys in the community built his shelf using my case." So he actually pretty much mimicked it with the acrylic shelf down here, which is great cuz I put the acrylic shelf down there because if you don't, you can't see all your toys that are on the bottom shelf. You have to like lay down on the ground and enjoy them. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to see my toys, all of the toys. And then here's a side view. This is with the acrylic on too, guys. This is totally finished acrylic on with the magnet system.
Sheesh. So, uh, we need to talk about the safest way to do it without cutting your fingers.
Yeah. Oh wait. I'm gonna let you know after the display spotlight. Well,
Yeah.
I'll give my little tip of the week, and then we'll go into a little Q&A if anybody out there has any questions about building the shelf and they want to get some answers today. And then this with his black Snyderverse Black Superman McFarlane looking good on the shelf. Here's what it looks like on the top shelf. Still looking good. And I like how he arranged these. He made since they're smaller figures, his top section, he has like a full top section, but it's like lower. And then in the middle sections, he's gonna do some, I believe he's gonna do like acrylic risers.
Okay.
Yeah. And here it is. Filled up.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think these are the first few shots he sent me with I mean, he does a pretty good job posing too. I mean, these McFarlane toys aren't the easiest to pose with the joints and how they are.
By no means.
No, by no means. No. And I remember back in the day with the Spawn figures that I used to collect, they ended up mostly were like plastic statues, right?
Yes, they were.
But McFarlane, I guess, through the ages, wanted their DC Direct stuff or their DC Universe stuff, multiverse stuff, to be a little bit more articulated. So they're not, super articulated, but I think he did a great job posing, being the pose master. What do you think?
Bro, I'm telling you, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But for posing, man, those are, you can get what you want from them. It's just a matter of how long do they stand up, because they have these pegs, right? And if you're in a very hot environment, eventually, it'll soften and topple over. Some have issues like that, some don't. If you're in a very, well-kept environment where the climate is not too warm and it's not too cold, it's just perfect, you're not going to have that issue. But a lot of these poses are standard. They're nice. They're not going to fall over from what I see. And each one is unique amongst itself. It's your display. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? To have some fun. Look at this. See? Look at that.
Yeah, he bought those. I guess Hasbro has come out with those like dynamic stand type things, those clear ones.
Okay.
And I think NECA, you could buy some from them, but I know Hasbro, like sometime last year, I had some on order and then I decided not to buy them. But anyway, yeah, he's done some, like that top shelf looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I like that he has a Batgirl flipping. I like that.
Oh yeah. That's and you see the I guess the grapple hook is like shooting out while she's flipping. That's pretty cool.
Yep. I see that. A little more refining, but then again, it's not a showcase of posing, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because it could be the angle that I'm seeing it from.
Yeah, and the other thing, I think he was just like putting them in just to, get an idea of what they're gonna look like. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, me
Yeah, dude. Listen,
let me
a
do
lot of
this so you can
collectors that I know
see us too.
weren't posers.
Yeah.
A lot of collectors I know weren't posers. They just like playing with the figures, but when they displayed them in bins. You know, they didn't display them much. They just had them in, whenever they were on their desk, it was on their desk. You know, but
Yeah,
this is
dude,
awesome.
I have a couple of bins downstairs. I was gonna go like I was gonna show off a McFarlane product. I just forgot to go down in the basement to get it. Back in like I want to say the late '90s. You ever heard of or remember the Max?
Yes, I still have the Max, but I have a Shocker Toys version of the Max because I didn't like the McFarlane version of the Max.
Yeah. Well, one of my roommates back then in the '90s like bought me a Max with the four man, I forgot
Yeah,
what they were called.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Anyway, there
about.
was yeah. So I was gonna bring that up. It's still carded. It's still, but it's heavy. Man, that sucker is heavy. I'm
Oh yeah,
surprised it's still on the card.
that reminds me of do you remember the Creech? Oh,
Yes, I
dude,
do, and I
that was
have one.
the I had the gold one. So I'm like, man, I wanted it in color, but I got the gold. I'm like, okay, it's cool, but it was a big, hefty, bulky figure, and it got even heavier when
Oh
McFarlane
yeah,
2.0 of it or whatever, and it was like an artist rendition based on their taking the comic, and it was just massive, big. It had some articulation, not a lot, but enough where you can pose it slightly, and it is just like a posable statue in a specific pose, kind of like the Kickstarter spawn. And let me tell you, McFarlane Toys had the most durable plastic as far as if you're, good with it, taking
yeah,
care, make sure it's good. But once that sucker, goes through its motions, like the 10th anniversary spawn, the pegs eventually will crack and pop because it's
yeah,
it doesn't last that long. But if it's a statue, it'll last forever. You know what I mean? But if it's articulated, it didn't last that long. Now he's updated his plastics, and his plastics are pretty good because I have a couple of the current spawns now, including Violator, and he's updated his game now. Now he's updated game. He's in what I would call the Hasbro and I want to say for the most part, um, Jazzwares and other six scale companies like NECA. And even NECA has some issues here and there too, but they've been improving themselves.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
dude, like he's back. He's back. It's just that he needs to get certain things, up there to the six scale stuff. You know. Mhm.
Yeah, I have a couple of I have like Batman. I have the Batman Who Laughs. I have three of the Robins. The oh my
The
god, I
Laughing
forgot what they're
Robins.
called. The what?
The ones from the Batman Who Laughs, the Laughing Robins.
Yeah, yeah. I have all three faces.
Nice.
Yeah, I sold most of my Spawn collection back in the early 2000s. So um what I got the Kickstarter, so I have the Kickstarter in the closet back there.
Uh,
Eventually I'll bring them out.
yeah, I missed out.
I want to
But
get the 6 scale one. I'm gonna have to wait till he's released because I think I missed the window on 1/6 kit for
mine's
to get the the latest one.
yeah, the one with the
So
diecast arm,
and I said,
the burning
oh, one
pistol.
more shot. Oh, he changed.
There
Yeah,
you go. He changed it up.
and
He,
here I
he
think this is the last one. Yeah, look at that. The Robin King or Crow. Oh, man, what's it called?
yeah.
It's from
Dark Knight's Metal.
Dark what's a yes. Oh fuck. I read it. I should know all this shit.
It happens. It's been a while though, but it's the most recent stuff.
I
Yeah,
yeah, I read Dark Knight's Metal specifically because I wanted to, know more about the Batman Who Laughs, but he's not
yeah.
in it as much as I thought he was. But it's a cool
Mm,
story, and I don't know if they'll ever like adapt it. into Robin King. That's right, David Wood. I see it, Robin King. I don't know if they'll adapt it, maybe with James Gunn, being at the helm, because this is one of their most popular recent stories. So it'd be something, cool to adapt.
Yeah, but
all the different Bruce Waynes.
That, that's another multiverse event, and the next thing you know is like, oh great, we're gonna have so many different flavors of that. We're never gonna hear the end of it. Too soon for that. I think if DC wants to capitalize on it, they'll have to wait for Marvel's multiverse stuff to possibly end, and then piggyback off of it once they solidify a cohesive universe. Because granted, they tried, they could have ran with it, but done everything like this. You're seeing the ending now. Everything after that is prequels and break it down. You know what I mean? Versus a build-up.
Mm-hmm.
Make it cohesive.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, you're right. They definitely need to, restart. I think I love James Gunn, and I think we discussed this before. I loved his version of the Suicide Squad. I watched it like 3 times within the first week it was out. Just the use of music, the use of his shots, his dialogue. I vibe with him. Sometimes you have like those directors or comic book artists or writers that you really dig and you always follow. I think he's one of those guys for me.
See, a lot of people need to know where your in thing is. You know what I mean? Same thing when it, for like music and stuff. So
and Peacemaker, fucking amazing show.
My god, that show was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it with my daughter around either. I had to wait until like late at night.
Same here, and I'm hoping I can get the figure off of waitlist. I didn't realize it was gonna sell out, and things happen. So I am hoping to one day get Peacemaker. So the next thing, real quick, I know Lou limited time, so I'm gonna try to run through these. We're gonna do a tip, y'all.
Let's go.
Do a display tip, and this is something I found out recently. It's weird. When I first made this video, the video is almost 18 months old. No, September, 15 months old or more, or something like that. But I started like 6 months or more before that researching stuff, and I wasn't going to do a video. It just happened while I was, in the process and trying to figure out how to cut acrylic is the biggest thing that you can do. To cut acrylic right, you will save yourself lots of money. Because if you go to a place and have them cut it for you, they will charge you out the ass. Also, going to Home Depot or Lowe's, it's expensive. Trying to find a plastics place that specializes in acrylics and plastics. It'll be much cheaper, and sometimes they'll be really nice to you and give you and cut it for you for free if you're lucky. But the only way they'll do that though is if you buy a sheet in a multiple of 12. So it's got to be like 72 by this, or buying a sheet, because they don't want to have like extra scraps. Having it in a multiple of 12, it allows them to, they'll be able to sell anything that's cut from that big sheet in other sizes. So what I like to do is I'll buy a full sheet, and I'll tell them to cut it like in half if I just need it, need a certain size. But I'll buy the full sheet, and that's and if I'm lucky, they'll cut it for me. If not, this method. So I tried using an acrylic knife. That's a pain in the ass, especially if the thing is thicker than a 1/16 of an inch. And when you watch these videos, Lou, when you watch these videos of these people cutting it with this acrylic knife, they seem to be able to score it really quick and then let's pop it and there's no problems. I never had that. I always have at least one freaking problem, on this. And I know you're going to be starting at some point to make your shelf. And this might help. So acrylic knife, first thing I use, jigsaw. Worked on some that sometimes didn't work at others. You got to worry about that overheating. If that blade overheats, it gets all jaggy, cracks the shit out of it. You also got to go at a certain speed because you don't want the back end to come back together and melt back together. If you go too fast, you might just be like sawing it and then it's reattaching it, congealing together from the mixed thing. So why it took almost 2 years for me to find this video from this guy who's he's like this older guy. He's probably been in construction forever. I think he does a lot with greenhouses, and they, do. I'll put the link in the description. He even brings out his computer and talks about like the physics of blades and why a bigger blade, the speed of a bigger blade compared to the speed of a smaller blade. And anyway, you can go. I'll put the link in the description. And he uses, I initially thought I was going to use is a circular saw. Now, I don't have a regular circular saw. I use the Black & Decker Matrix because I'm a novice at building stuff. And you can plug in an attachment that's a little 3/8 of an inch circular saw, which is really cool. I think. And then you can use it as a drill, or it has a bunch of attachments. There's a lot of attachments to this. So, what you're gonna want to do if you're gonna cut acrylic, you're gonna want, and even if you have a regular circular saw, like 7 1/4 and 6 and shit. I know CT603 probably can help me because I can't remember right now. So there's the two other, other sizes above this. There's actually, I think, one size lower than this. I don't know. Anyway, so you want to get, now if you have a regular size circular saw, they make an acrylic blade. It just has a lot, and let me pull myself up here. It has a lot more teeth. So if you see this blade, you can see that it has a ton of little teeth. Now, this isn't an acrylic cutting blade because they don't make an acrylic one in this size. This is for plywood. So if you have a small size circular saw, get the one for plywood. You'll get it'll come with a lot of teeth like this. The acrylic saw for the 7 1/4 is just, there's a lot. It's awesome. You got it. That's has to have a lot of teeth. Now, when you do the acrylic, right?
Yeah.
So when the acrylic blade moves, it moves this way. So it goes up. So like if this is the front, it goes.
That's the point of.
No, that's not the front. This is the front. This is the front. So the point front. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So anyway, so it goes up. So normally when you put one of these blades on, the front, right? It when it moves up like this, the teeth are pointed up. So it's like the teeth jag in. This is like
Yeah.
Well, when you're cutting acrylic, you want to flip that blade so you can have the back end going into the acrylic. So it's not like
shark's fin cutting through the surface of water.
Yeah, so it's like let me see if I can. So let's say this is the front,
Yeah.
right? If you have it on regular, it'd be jabbing right into the acrylic.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
put it on backwards, it'll be, sliding into the acrylic, gliding. It won't just like tear your fucking acrylic apart. So those are 2 tips. Okay. Now the last one for this acrylic thing, make sure you put another piece of wood on top. Now I made my own guide for this, and I don't have access to it because well, my parents are staying in this room at the moment. They're back from Greece, and they'll be, they're here for a bit, and I don't have access to a lot of my stuff in this room. But I made a guide, and if you put wood, on top of you reduce the vibrations, and if you really want to get crazy, you have like it on a piece of wood, and this part that you cut, let's say you have 2 pieces of wood, the part that you cut is in the middle, so you cut it down the middle. But you have the 2 sides, so you have the 2 sides laying on something, and so they're so they're not like flapping in the wind. One sec.
Yeah, guys. So back on the Loco Lu channel. Yeah, guys, this is great tips. So basically, from what I understand, the blade has to cut the acrylic straight across like a shark's fin through water.
Jingly.
Oh, look, now I see you. Gone for a second, Costco. It was blurred.
Oh yeah, I went to get one of these.
All right, here we go.
So blurred out. Damn it. Here's the piece. You're gonna want to put have it lay on. You can have it lay on 2 pieces of board, right? And then just cut it and have your cut in between those boards. Reduces the vibration. Also, I would recommend going with. I know 1/16 is cheaper, but if you get 3 30-seconds, which is only. It's 1.5 16ths, so it's really not. It's only a half. It's only a half of. Man, that's such a small number. So yeah, so it's like 1.5 16ths. So that is just a little thicker. That's what I have on these cases. They're 3 30-seconds. So yeah. So this is. What was that?
You got a bunch of Soca Troopers as glass? 3 30-seconds? You got 3 30-seconds in there?
Oh, yeah. I wish I had the 3 30-seconds troopers. No, I'm kidding. They're
No, I meant that as a glass because it's 3 30-seconds of an inch.
Yeah. Gotta keep them behind there. But although this right here is 1/16. It's much flimsier when you pull it off. It's like very flimsy. The 3 30-seconds come off like awesome. But anyway, before we get into any Q&A, and Lou has to go, I want to talk about some figure. There's a few figures that I'd like to talk about.
Let's go.
That were announced over the last 2 weeks. So the first one that I would like to discuss is something that let's see. It's something that is from my teenage years, and it's not from Hot Toys. And
really?
And it was it a surprise? I know they announced they kind of talked about it back in the day, but not back in the day, like last year or something. They talk about having one of these. Let's see if I can make it pop up. Boom. Is the Blitzway, yeah. Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, man. Nirvana, baby.
So I love Nirvana. Yeah. Sadly, he passed away before I had a chance to see him. Like it was like my freshman year of college. So I didn't
Yeah.
really like I didn't get a chance to see. It's like one of those band regrets. This David Bowie before he passed away. Like I wish I would have. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me real quick take care. David, no luck on popcultureliving@gmail.com. No, David. Um, Try to send it. I guess you can send it to my Instagram at popcultureliving. I think all one word. Did you did I live in Washington State? No, I did not. I did not. I'm from uh Philadelphia and Baltimore. I lived those were like the two main between my youth growing up and everything. But
Philadelphia, born and raised.
as a teenager with the angst of the 90s, like this Nirvana was just like one of those bands that it was like a breath of fresh air. They might not have been the best band back then at that time, but they made that impact. A lot of people could argue that Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains,
That grunge.
Soundgarden. I think overall to me, I love Nirvana, but I think Soundgarden might be a better overall band in my and I got to see Soundgarden in 2016, I think it was, with Nine Inch Nails. So I'm glad before Chris Cornell passed away, and maybe they'll make a fig. Seems like Blitzway is making figures of dead rock stars: Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, now Kurt Cobain. What are your thoughts on this figure?
Dude, it's beautiful. No space for my collection for it just because of volume. But if I had to put the legends of music in a collection for figures, and I like figures, but music is my passion, and that would be my thing. I would get these figures to represent those specific artists, such as Michael Jackson, Kurt over here, and Jimmy.
I forgot Hot Toys made Michael Jackson. They made like what 3 different versions of them, right? Or was it just Thriller and
Wasn't
Bad?
it Thriller and Bad? It was Thriller.
Yeah, yeah.
So the third party came and did Smooth Criminal, and I think it was Figma. Well, I mean Max Factory that did a Thriller as well, like a zombie swap out version. And I think somebody else is doing like an animated version of him in his zombie form as a 6-scale figure, which I thought was cool.
I mean, looking at these pictures, finally a blogger photo that looks decent. Because recently, like with the Black Widow and the white suit, they that dude overexposed a lot of those shots and made the face look soft in a lot of pictures. But anyway, this I pre-ordered this. Like
Nice.
I'm getting back into like pre-ordering stuff, or if I'm not gonna day one pre-order, just like kind of wait and see if it goes to that blue screen of death, if it's available on Sideshow, because this one's not available on Sideshow. I believe they are not carrying Blitzway figures.
Ooh.
Are they carrying any of the statues? Do you know with Prime One?
They are, but I'm not a statue guy, so I wouldn't really know. But as far as like them not carrying the figure, that's surprising.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they've like fallen out of
I don't know,
favor of each other or what have you.
But maybe I could find out through the powers that be that may know, and they probably will give us some info on it, because honestly, I don't see a reason why not, unless they want to stay in house, or they just decided to say, okay, no, screw this, we're not gonna do Sideshow no more because it takes too long for them to get our orders out, and then everything gets clearanced.
I'm gonna have to agree with David on this. He's like, Alice in Chains really represented the grunge sounds. Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said earlier, you could argue that they were the best band or Soundgarden. Nirvana, I don't know what, like, why all of us, all of a sudden, like, Smells Like Teen Spirit, it was a good song, but if you go listen to like early Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, that's fucking amazing music. I like Alice in Chains, their first EP. If you have not listened to it, why not? Go listen to it.
Go give it a listen. You trust me. Music is objective and it's art.
Like Lane Staley and oh my god, I'm blanking on oh my god, what's his name? Help me, David. Help me. What's his name? I can't remember the guy who writes, the other writer of the band, the one who's still touring with them right now. So anyway, all right.
It'll come to you.
It will come to me because I have his whole face in my head. But I just love this figure. It'd be cool to have like extra outfits to switch out. I mean,
well,
that sounds, I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but or have this is, I guess, the most iconic version you would see is with a cardigan.
Yeah.
Which is what the quarter scale statue has.
Yeah, see, and I would argue, like, if you're gonna get this, see if you can find yourself an equivalent body for Kurt, because he comes with an extra head sculpt. So you can find yourself the cardigan jacket and some blue jeans, maybe a Tim's if he has it on, and get a different guitar. But here's the problem. Here is the problem. This is the only figure that I've seen thus far that has a left-handed guitar. Every other guitar I've seen is right-handed.
Yeah.
So, shout out to my boy, a single songwriter, because he's left-handed in guitar playing. And, I noticed these things because when I wanted to play guitar, I wanted to learn how I want to play. So am I going to play, left or right? And I play right-handed, so...
JC says, seen Nirvana and Soundgarden in 91, 92. I'm jealous. I was, well, how old was I? I was 15, 16 in 91, 17 in 92. So yeah. And we have it. Thank you, Boba Fettuccini, Jerry Cantrell.
Yes.
Amazing songwriter. Jerry Cantrell. That's why Alice in Chains can still tour now without Lane Staley, because he's got such a beautiful voice too. Like they equally lent their voices and writing and it's such a great band. Lane will be missed.
Yes,
definitely. Let's see. Alice's music was incredible, especially Sap and Jar Flies. Yes, Sap. That was the EP. Yes, I used to. Funny story before we move on. In college, one of my friends, three of my friends had a band.
Okay.
And they asked me if I wanted to front them. So the guitar player gave me Sap to listen to and to sing to and to because I guess that's what they were going for, that kind of sound. And we went to I made it through one rehearsal because fucking I thought I was like I already had frontman syndrome. And I'm like, oh no, this song sounds awesome, but what if we add this here and that there? And they were nice enough to just not invite me back, but we still hung out together. It's not like but yeah, that was for him really getting deep into Alice in Chains. Dave Grohl. CT603, my friend. Dave Grohl is an amazing, amazing musician. When he announced Foo Fighters back after Nirvana, well, they
Yeah.
disbanded. Kurt's gone. But in 95, when that album came out, I got it as soon the day it came out. That first Foo Fighters album, love it so much. It's so different from the rest of the stuff because it was all Dave on everything. He wrote everything. He did all the music. So that's why it sounds different. It's sad that Taylor is gone, but when Taylor joined, like having that bond there and Pat Smear, the Foo Fighters. If Blitzway is only doing Dead Rock and Rollers, I hope they don't make him for a while. Like I'll be old when they make, but I hope they make like a rock star. Like this is a refreshing line. Like I'm enjoying. If I the Jimi Hendrix, I don't think I just got into 1/6, I think back then. So the Jimi Hendrix,
yeah, that's long gone, bro.
and then Elvis isn't like my thing. So
Elvis is cool. If I was to get any of the Elvises, it would be the Jailhouse Rock one, because something about the black and white in that is awesome.
Yeah, Boba Fettuccine says the body and the guitar is correct, but the headstock is not. Oh,
yeah, the headstock.
I'm guessing they didn't want to pay. Probably, yeah. That's you don't want to. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. The extra residuals.
Because
this is good to know. Boba Fettuccine's in the guitar biz.
Hey, there you go. Shit. Look, shit.
So if anyone needs anything, I'll hook you up, dude.
Listen, all my Easter eggs be popping, baby. I'm gonna need a lifetime supply.
Oh, Jay is in the house. What's up, Jay? Yeah, dude. Yeah, brother Cousins in the house. I saw that he was I saw he was getting this. I knew you can't pass up something like look at it. I mean, it looks amazing. Even the closed eyes version, and he's getting the quarter. Yeah, doing the unplugged. Yeah, that's iconic. Doing that unplugged like Nirvana, stripping it down, and doing it acoustically, and it turned out amazing. Yeah. My wife, on the other hand, she prefers Bowie, and she always, whenever like The Man Who Sold the World comes on and it's the Nirvana version, she's like, Bowie did it better.
Oh gosh, she one of those.
Well, it's her. It's his song. So, but yeah, she loves her some David Bowie. But yeah, so if you want to get it, 1/6 Kit. That's where I got mine from. I've gotten things from Kit before. You can trust Kit.
Yeah, Kit's reliable. I got my Poison Man from him. So 1/6 Kit is the way to go if you're gonna get your stuff in, your orders in from overseas.
But oddly enough, no So toys.
That
Kit.
I'm a personal issue with the company and Kit.
But and then what happened?
No, I heard you break up. I heard you break up while you was doing the switch.
I was saying Susu Toys. I don't know. Is it Susu Toys or So Toys? I don't know anymore.
Some people say Susu.
Why?
I say So. I say tomato. You say tomato.
Like tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Doesn't make a difference to me. So, yeah. So with So, I don't know if they have like a difference in opinion in how businesses run, or if they don't carry none of their stuff.
Yeah.
But either way, there's other ways you can get stuff done. And yeah, Kit is. That's where I got my Spawn pre-order from. I didn't get the base. I may be kicking myself not getting the base, but we shall see, because
I only go ahead.
No, because
you got the new spot, like the newer Spawn, right?
The newer Spawn. Yeah, I pre-ordered the newer Spawn. I got into the window as soon as it came up. I'm like, oh, I'll order that right now because it's in the proper scale. It looks, it's correct to the Mortal Kombat 11 look, and it looks more movie-ish than that I got. Plus, it's the proper scale, so it's gonna look great with my movie Venom. It's gonna look great with all my other live action stuff, and it will also look good by itself. You know, I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, we'll take a quick trip of Gore the God Butcher. Probably one of the best sculpts. Hot Toys.
Yeah.
This is Yondu, like level Tarkin. Pretty
Yoda.
much every female figure they do except for Black Widow.
Oh
yeah, Yoda.
Oh, shots at Black Widow. Whoever loves Black Widow, I'm sorry, man.
No, I think Endgame and the new and the white suit. I think those are great. I think it's when you see some pictures, it all comes down to I think paint apps. Because the black suit one that just came out does not. It looks like the same facial expression. It's just painted differently. I guess I don't know.
I would agree with you.
But anyway, what do you think of Gore, real quick?
Gore, the God Butcher, will possibly be in my collection, and there's a reason for it. I didn't get to say this earlier, but in Leia's channel, but the reason why I want to get it mostly is because it comes with the Necro Sword. The Necro Sword ties straight into Venom in the comics lore and Null. So, you know, it's a must-to-have. It's a must-to-have. Yes, baby. My daughter just spoke.
I mean, it.
Go ahead,
What's
bro.
up?
Go ahead.
Hello. I was gonna say this looks. I mean, I love it. Any chance that you can get a villain is a plus. I know Thor: Love and Thunder isn't like the greatest. That's well. Anyway, I watched the first time I watched it. I enjoyed it. The second time I watched it, I stopped it and stopped watching it. I like. Yeah, I just. Anyway, this is a great figure, though.
Oh yeah,
let me see if I can move this.
Like he's awesome.
He's
and as an actor, you know, Christian Bale gave us a nice performance. It's just everything else was just gunking it up, you know. But as a figure, this is gonna be nice, but I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order right away. I do want his collection because he ties into Venom. Specifically the sword does. But you know, you can't have the sword without the source of where it all came from. And you know, we wouldn't get the Necro Sword without Gore the God Butcher. So, you know, putting that kind of timeline in. So
yeah. I mean, oh no, we're not even on my let me see. I want to share this. I'm sharing the wrong screen. All right, let's see. I think it's great. I know people have issues with the elbow joints. I don't have an issue with it. It gives it more opposability, but I believe Carlos brought this up. At least he's the first one I saw that brought it up. Having swap out arms.
yeah, we talked about that earlier. Swap out arms for fighting style, seamless body style stuff.
But I have a feeling the issue is like adding the raised scars. I don't know, like, because you the plastic that they use, it's usually like the color is molded already into it. So,
well, I'll tell you this much. Venom over here has those types of details, and he's seamless on the shoulders and the arms. So if it's and he's
yeah, I forgot about Venom.
And he's similar. So there's really no reason why you shouldn't. You know, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Like, you know, no reason you shouldn't.
Yeah, and that's definitely different material from what they used on Ahsoka, the Venom. Let's
Yeah,
see real
like
quick.
this is hollow, thin
I
leather.
wanna.
It's thicker. This is a little thinner. This one it feels more malleable than this one does. But when I get Ahsoka, I'll see the difference because I think with the female figures is like they molded the whole thing around the arm versus it being a skin that they slip in like they did with Venom and
Mhm.
Deadpool. Because they're loose.
Yeah, yeah. So Chris says he believes the person who did the Ghostbuster sculptures also did Yandu and Gore, but he can't remember her name. She
Oh,
needs a raise. She does a lot of work for Blitzway. Ah, that's
oh,
good to know. Yeah, she deserves a lot of praise
yeah.
for him. Excellent. Let's see. So Gore,
That,
at the moment I'm not going to get them. I'm trying to collect all the Star Wars. I'm back collecting. Uh, I have like my
same.
grails that I'm going after. So
Yeah, I recently
like I
purchased the Samurai, so that's on its way.
you said the Samurai Predator. Is that what you said?
That's what I said. That's my
Wait,
one of my grails.
you broke up. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yes, Samurai
Nice,
Predator, one of my great
nice.
grail pieces, and paid a hefty price for it, but it's coming. So when it does arrive here sometime next week, because it's going to be after the Thanksgiving weekend,
I bet.
um, it's going to be great because it's the only Predator I wanted. So back collecting hearts, it does. Ooh,
ARF
yes, the
Trooper.
AT.
Okay. Excuse us, kids of the 80s. We call that an at art. Just that's my at joke, by the way. Just so everybody understands. I just made an at joke because people my age, we call them at-ats. That was confirmed as being correct.
Mhm.
I will bring up the who was it? The Nerdist article or video about it that proves it. That somebody at Lucasfilm said yes, they're at-ats, but I called it an at art. But yeah,
That works.
this ATRT is anything for me, anything with the legs. I don't know why. It's not like it doesn't make sense in the field of battle, but it looks cool. What do you think?
That's awesome, and it's really for like tough terrain stuff. If you want to get technical, is that chicken walker style of walking, and it's kind of it falls in the same lines as Ed 209. You know what I mean? It's like you have this military
Yeah.
vehicle or tank, if you will, and with this being piloted, you know, you're getting a specific height, so you can literally scout differently. That's why you see like the scout visor on them. So you literally get point. So you get to go um like scout from above versus scouting from below. You know what I mean? If you don't have any like airships or whatnot and you're on the ground, your forces on the ground, you got to be somewhat quiet. If you are a little bit higher, you can see the horizon a little bit further in. So, you know, just a little bit, not by much, but you know, this thing right here is amazing. I'm going to get one definitely, and I may get two more ATRTs or at arts and have one collapsed and another one that Ahsoka will be riding. And it's a beautiful piece. You know,
Uh,
it has height to it. It commands a lot of space. But for me, I'm going to have a vehicle display of the, you know, Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones kind of saga. So, you know, being that I have Master Yoda now, I have Anakin. I just need to get Ahsoka, and I'm waiting for, you know, Obi-Wan and any other Jedi Masters they plan on dropping on us because we've been waiting a long time for Kit Fisto, Mace Windu, Plo Koon, and Kodamundi. So, you know, like, give me a Yaddle. Hook us up.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like there are so many Star Wars figures that people want, especially Jedi. Like there's a shit ton of Jedi now because of the prequels. Um I don't know why. I get it. Mandalorian's the flavor right now. Boba Fett, so many Boba Fetts. I want them to go back and revisit. Maybe the second wave of Attack of the Clones. Maybe we could get a bunch of Jedi and Padme.
Mhm.
A bunch of Jedi and Padme. I'd be happy.
Shoot, you know what? Just give me Kit Fisto's story and his whole aquatic adventures before a Jedi. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or a Jedi and having a battle between being on the surface and not. You know, Plo Koon about the training he had to endure for being a awesome pilot, one of the expert pilots, and getting, eventually dying in the cockpit. You know, stuff like that. Like, but then again, we got Clone Wars, the
I don't know.
series
I
that
didn't
gives.
see any dead body. I didn't see Plo's dead body.
Oh, you couldn't. It
Sorry,
just
I'm
fell in
joking.
the void of space. It just floated in the void of
I
space.
know. I know. That wasn't Plo Koon. That was the other Jedi of
Our
the same alien
race.
race. I don't want him to like some of these Jedi. I wish they were still around.
No,
Or
it can't fit
or
my
yeah, maybe
favorites.
have their own stories.
Yeah, for some reason, any green alien,
That whole scene.
dude, come
I,
on.
I mean, the whole scene at the end uh, on Geonosis, Shakti,
Yeah,
just so many different Jedi that they could do, but yet they just do the same shit sometimes. Sometimes I get tired of it. I won't say it, but sometimes I get tired of the same shit. Like 6 Boba Fett's okay. I guess you're gonna sell it. You have those people that are Boba Fett completists. But this picture right here. I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna have to get 2." Uh,
yeah. I wouldn't
and
do it.
good thing they're decently priced.
Hmm. Definitely, but I wouldn't put Anakin on this at all. At
No, he
all.
got the step.
He got the stat. He came with the stat. I'm not gonna give the
No,
stat to a regular
he got
soldier
the step.
unless I want him to do some cutting up droids and throwing up in the air, something like that in the display, and then put a trooper on the stap and kind of work that circle out. You know what I mean? But it's just something about Anakin on stap with the lightsaber drawn like he's leading the troops. It's just awesome, man. But it's a nice shot. I like it. They're trying to sell it to us hard, but notice they have Ahsoka with both her blades out, and she's not holding the handlebars.
Yeah.
You know what they did, right?
Let me see.
They superimposed the image on top of the AT-ATs. So it's not really the figure on there. At least that's what it looks like to me.
That's yeah. Holy shit! I didn't realize. Yeah, so weird. No, but they're like back. They're back. She has them in the straight. She has them in that pose where, like, normally she's posed standing like this. Uh, in fact, no, I don't have them that way. But anyway, she's normally posed standing in this pose, but they decided to put her on the ATRT, which yeah, I mean I would get 2, one for the trooper and one for for Ahsoka because shit.
You know, with all this,
Got so much shit in my closet.
it's making me tempted to get that General Grievous, and I don't want to. But I know if I get him, I'm gonna mad scientist his ass. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way, bro.
It's really, I think you can get it for a steal. I have General Grievous. I ended up getting them. I I pre-ordered them right away and then took them out. Had the joints had the new joints, but what happened was I had paint flaking off or plastic flaking off something, and it was
Oh,
like, holy shit, what? It really is that bad. I'm like, what the hell? Because I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna give it a good review. Maybe it's, I got a good one, and all these people got a shitty one.
no.
But yeah, everything is slowing down for me. Am I like coming in and out or anything, or is
You're good.
no? I'm good. All right. Chris brings up something which I might have to pull. The Mondo revealed Panther.
Yes, I saw Panther earlier.
Yesterday.
It looks
The
good.
1/6 scale Panther from the Masters of the Universe. And
It looks
I'm gonna see if I can find the pictures because it looks sick as Battle Cat. And I'm excited. I don't even have He-Man. I didn't even order the He-Man. I like Battle Cat just because it's Battle Cat. I don't necessarily need He-Man. I have Skeletor back there, and he can ride Panther. Let's see if I can freaking. Why is this taking so long?
Because they don't want you to show off Panther. They want you to talk about that armorized Deadpool, baby.
Me and my. Why don't I just go there? I see for my coming in.
Oh, dude, you coming in?
Anyway, I don't know if I'm even still on the air.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
I can't hear Lou.
You're breaking up.
I hear you, kinda. You're there now. I
heard you
know.
sounded
I'm not
like
supposed to be
R2D2.
breaking up because I'm hardwired.
That's what she said.
Freaking hardwired. Dang. Yeah. Careful, Lou. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Everyone tells me to
Let
be
me
careful, but I keep on stepping on
All
these
right.
grenades.
Oh, he sent me pictures that I have not seen. Let's see if I can save this picture. This is, let's see if I can save it and open it up. Save it and open it up. Oop. You don't need to see. I guess you're gonna see it. Where did I save it to? I don't even remember. Let me shut this down. One day I'm gonna be a professional at this.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me. I'm still learning myself, and I'm not. I'm no near an expert. I can't do my stuff right correctly either on my streams.
There we go. Let's see.
Put that armorized
Share it. Now the Panther has like several different head sculpts, which is cool for a cat, for like a no, that's not it. Let's see. Ta-da, and dang.
Sheesh.
I can see this picture.
Yeah.
So
So
like,
basically they just repainted
yeah.
everything.
So there's
Battle Cat. Sorry.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because I think they were kind of similar to begin with. But you get several heads. You get 3 heads. Not just the ram's horn version here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, you get 3 heads. Skeletor can ride them. I don't know if it's the same. I don't think that's the same Skeletor. It might be the same Skeletor as the one I have. Actually, I think it is. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty exciting to see.
Yeah,
Uh,
but $500.
to see that Mondo is doing. Yeah, 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 but um, I don't care. No,
Yeah, yeah. Hey, listen,
I should care.
you like what you like. Listen, I got Venomized Deadpool and Venompool basically, and not everyone likes him. You know, they're like, oh, I can't get him. He's not, part of my wheelhouse. But he's awesome looking. Yeah, he is awesome looking. I love this figure. But everybody buys what they want and what they like, and that's okay.
Oh, oh, definitely, definitely, and like Mondo, they're all about the vinyl. It's all plastic. It's a enlarged version of like a
Mochi.
Hasbro or a
Or
Mattel.
mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
they do a great paint job. The only one that I feel is like subpar is the Catwoman, but I still like it. It's just the joints on it. The Batman animated series Catwoman, the joints are very loose. It's hard to keep her up without the base. So, yeah. So, but the animated series stuff, I'm loving it, and I hope they do some more villains. I don't think they'll do a vehicle, a 6 scale version of the animated vehicle, but that would be cool too.
Uh,
It would be
Ever-
massive. Dude, it would be massive though, because
it
I
would
have
be.
the 112. I have the 112th, and it barely fits down in the a 36-inch wide case. I mean, it is, yeah, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's all that counts, right? Who cares about space? We'll just like
As long
my daughter can sleep on the couch.
oh, that's
I'm commandeering your room, dear. This will be my second display room. I don't care. I don't care if you're uncomfortable.
college is a couple of years.
Toys need it. The Ultimate Skeletor comes out with the dragon with his dragon next. He has a dragon. Where'd I miss that,
What?
Chris? Skeletor has a dragon. Damn,
What?
I must have stopped watching Masters of the Universe. So
Yeah, I'm like, what? Dragon?
there are
What?
only a couple of like He-Man characters that I like. Battle Cat, Skeletor, Trapjaw. I don't know why. I just like Trapjaw. It's like his
Dragon looks awesome. He does look awesome. I was more privy
and
to
with the
Merman. Merman looks awesome.
yeah, Merman's a good one too. Also voiced by Kevin Conroy in Revelations.
Yes.
So
R.I.P.
good guy.
R.I.P.
Gonna be missed.
Mhm.
So I think that's all of the figures that I even want to look at. I don't like. Oh, Bo-Katan. You know what? I forgot about her. She's coming. I don't know when. Are you getting Bo-Katan? Did you get Bo-Katan?
I'm getting Bo-Katan, but I'm not getting her right now. I'm not getting her right now. I'm gonna wait to get my points up, my coupons up, and just start
what I
using
did.
those. And same thing with Axe Woes. He'll be shipping out soon, from what I hear. And dude, Mirai's Deadpool. I am so stoked. I can't wait.
I'll tell you, that thing looks really cool. It's not for me, but damn. Also, with the head swap on with the regular Deadpool head, I mean, it looks, it really does look cool, especially with the swords. His having those katanas. There's the one pose where they're behind his back. I love that, and
So
like
proposed.
you're like, wait, why does he need swords? He's got an Iron Man suit on. But
Why
no,
not? It's
they're
Deadpool. It
cool.
doesn't make sense.
It's Deadpool. I know. It is so cool. I'm so happy for like how it turned out for the people that have ordered it, especially
Yeah.
the Iron Man Deadpool fans. Those they're gonna
Dude, oh man, the fact that they
yeah.
gave us a bonus accessory piece that was a surprise gift to everyone, which is that big oversized gauntlet glove. That's like a big it's supposed to be the gimmick boxing glove that he usually puts on a rocket launcher, right?
Mhm.
Or it's a gag punch. It's basically what it is. It's supposed to be a gag. And instead he has it as part of his armament. Just imagine posing him punching somebody with that gauntlet on. It's like getting punched with an infinity gauntlet. Just oh man.
Is is it die cast or is it plastic?
What, the figure itself or the piece?
Yeah, the
It's a
figure.
it's a repaint of the Mark IV War Machine. It's
Okay.
literally that. So it's a diecast.
Yeah, that was a cool but a release that should have been, it's one of those figures from like last toy fair, right? The
2 years ago.
that was
Because
last year, 2021.
yeah,
2021.
yeah, 2021. So basically almost 2 years because it was supposed to it's supposed to release next year, but instead they pushed it forward. So
Hmm.
it's already out in Hong Kong. So
Oh, it
Sasha,
was one of those. Okay.
yeah. So it was supposed to be like
Yeah.
next year, February, March. They pushed it all the way back to. I mean, pushed it forward to now. So that's like a 4 month kick. So that's a possibility that there's not a lot of
All
those
right.
figures. That's two SKUs. So you have the time exclusive, and then you had the actual collector's edition. I got the exclusive one, so I'll be paying mine's off. By the time Sideshow gets theirs in hand,
Exclusive one.
yeah, he has like four
Yeah,
attachment
that
pieces.
the I was gonna say that's one of the timed version ones that the extra accessory is a good accessory. It's not like
Yeah,
a hologram like some of that bullshit that they give you with the Star Wars
mhm.
ones where just throwing a freaking hologram. No, putting an extra arm energy cannon or that was definitely a good one. Chris with a super chat. What?
Go, let's
Chris?
go.
Still waiting somebody to make a good Batman Returns Catwoman. Ugh, God, you, me, everybody.
So,
Also, how has Hot Toys not made a Dutch fully covered in mud? Dude,
good question.
you know how, like, I to me, you might not, you might think that, oh, who's going to buy, they might not be, these are popular fucking figures.
Mm.
Like, I think like the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman would be one of those that would just be
It
I
was
maybe
top.
I'm just thinking because of how much I love it. And the having the Dutch and then a jungle predator, like having a DX, two bodies, like back in the day, one fully covered in mud and one, one regular. I think that would be a cool DX two pack.
Yeah, that would be a dope DX2 pack. That'd be dope.
Like, yeah, they won't. I don't understand why they don't, you know, make the. We want to make DXs again. I guess let's
Yeah.
make
Let's
them
go.
how they were back in the day, where you actually it was worth it to have that DX moniker, double bodies. Um, like you had what Bruce Lee, the DX had two bodies, the DX07, Luke Skywalker, or like the DX08 had a gajillion accessories.
Yep.
You don't see the new DXs don't have that, though the though they now have broke them up into a DX standard and a DX deluxe, which I always thought DX stood for deluxe, but Jesus.
I don't know. DX series. The only difference that the only common thing that I know with DX is the presentation of foam inserts. That's it.
Yeah. Foam foam inserts in a nice box that'll sit in your basement or a closet for
Yep. A long time.
forever and ever. For a long time. So
Pretty much.
and then yeah, and then so yeah, a good Michelle Pfeiffer, even a Penguin. Like, why can't we get the
Mhm.
yeah, the Danny DeVito? Let's see. 1/6 Syndicate says, yeah, DX19 did not come with much stuff. Yeah, the Bale Dark Knight Batman.
Yeah, that trilogy Batman.
Yeah. It's bullshit. Chris says, it includes the eye movement, but now the eye movement is being put into the regular MMS stuff, which like it used to be special. Now it's not special. Like, it's just I don't know.
You know what I think?
That's the only if I'm gonna complain about something, that's it.
Yeah, I think the DX moniker, I think, is testing grounds to see what works on figures and what doesn't. Because if you look at the PER system, like it was stated earlier, and everything now.
Yeah, and even the new USB lightsabers are not just for the DXs. The DX Vader and Obi-Wan. The Inquisitors are now, will be coming with the USB lightsabers.
Yeah, how we getting
Chris
Jedi's? Like, come on,
right? I think they're just going. They're going with the flavor of the moment. Yes, I understand the show just came out, but when you put out that announcement, 2 years are going to go by. What are the chances of an you having the same feeling after 2 years over an Inquisitor versus a Jedi that's been around for a very long time? Like, granted, the Inquisitors were in Rebels, but these aren't the Rebels Inquisitors. We're talking about the ones from the Obi-Wan show. Like, if you come out with Jedi in 2 years, I'm gonna be like, I still want this. Some of these figures, some of the figures that I've pre-ordered in the past, I'm like, oh, I really wanted it. And then I'm like, do I really want it now though? Like, I get that like with the Mandalorian, the show, and Boba Fett, when the show's on, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have everything. I need it all because I love this so much. And then the show's gone and, time passes. You don't get the nostalgia because it's such a recent thing. You don't, it's not something that you grew up with. And then when the show's off, I'm like, do I really need another Mando or Queel? Like, Queel, I canceled a bunch of like Mando stuff because I was like, I didn't really like it, but I do like the show. It just doesn't hit me the same way as something with the original trilogy or the prequels, where if they were going to announce something and it was going to take 18 months to get here, I still would be very interested in that after 18 months,
Gotcha. Like, really, because I collect a lot of things, and as you can see, if it's not something that I'm not really nostalgia for, or I really don't enjoy it, I won't get it. So like Ninja Turtles is my jam, Spider-Man's my jam. For the most part of X-Men, it's Wolverine and Deadpool that are my for Star Wars, it's always the aliens and some of the troopers. But it's like you're gonna get what you pay for regardless. So I say, give us what we asked for. Give us the creatures, give us the aliens, give us the monsters, give us something that is going to stand out on our shelves other than more people that look more the same. Because granted, you could say the same thing about Jedi, but head sculpts cost. Head sculpts do cost. So, but anyway, dude, I got a dip.
Yeah, those. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I think that's a good place. Well, you know what? If anybody uh go to Loco Lou's page, I have his information in the description. After he goes, if anybody has any questions, I'll hang out for a bit. Take any questions on display cases or anything in general, and we'll discuss that. But Lou, what do you have coming up? How
Well,
many other live streams are you doing today? No, I'm kidding. I know you're not. I know
I
you're not
might.
doing any more today.
Yeah, I was gonna go on geeking out in a little bit, but I'm really considering just going to sleep and getting rest for work later tonight because I do have to work. And but for now, I have the squad leader and Chrome stormtroopers on my feed now because I just did that review and comparison and unboxing. Um, then I have Yoda. I'll be doing a review on the Chrome Death Troopers. I'll be doing a review, and Anakin Skywalker. I'll be doing a review on him and the stat. But that's in time. I should have a couple of days to myself and be able to do so in a timely fashion. And I also scored Spider-Man Homecoming Tech Suit Deluxe Mint for sticker price, and it is amazing. It's the only one that has the insta kill eyes, so I will be doing a review and comparison of that to the
Nice.
exclusive. So stay tuned. I got more stuff coming out, and then Half Shell Saturday, baby. If you haven't already, backtrack Half Shell Saturday on Saturdays with me and brother cousins and Costa. If you ever want to come to Geeking Out,
Oh no.
Half Shell Saturday on Saturdays with me and brother cousins. If you're up, I'll send you an invite.
I want to come on. Definitely I want to come on because I love I love my Ninja Turtles. And I would love to hang out with you and brother cousins. Yeah, I'll let me check upcoming stuff, and then maybe we'll do
Yeah,
something soon. I
this
may
week.
have to
I can
be
do that
I
this
may
week.
I was gonna say I may have to do it from a different location because my parents will be sleeping in my studio. Uh, but yay, it's the holidays. You got to do what you got to do, right?
That-
With family and what have you. And so yeah, guys, go over to the Loose page, subscribe, go check out Half Shell Saturday with brother cousins. If you haven't caught it, you should go look at some of the past episodes. They started on Jay's channel, right? And now
Yep.
they're on your channel. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, go check them out. Um, he's I actually can't wait for some of the stuff that's coming up. That's gonna be coming out, especially like the vans and stuff. You're gonna
Yeah.
be. I'm sure you're gonna be doing like cross sections between like NECA's van, Super Seven's van.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I gotta get that
is there
third
a
party.
third van? Is there a third van
The
out there, or is it
third
just
party
those two?
van. That's the first van that came out. That's the assault, the turtle assault vehicle. So I gotta
Yeah.
get that sometime in the next couple of weeks. And once it gets here, I'll be happy. The turtle van will be here from NECA soon in after New Year's. And then we got Super 7. From what I saw on Big Bad Toy Store, Super 7's van, the TMNT van, has been pushed
Mhm.
back to August of next
Oh,
year.
really?
So it won't be a while for that comparison with that specific
Damn.
vehicle. So, I got time to purchase. It's an
Well,
expensive piece.
they've been pushing stuff back a lot. They've been like 6 scale pushing back because I remember a lot of the Thundercats when I was collecting those. They had a lot of their first few waves were like pushed back. You got like wave 1, and then It's like 6 or 7 months later, Wave 2 came out. I don't know what's happening with the Thunder Tank, but I almost bought that, but I decided I wasn't gonna try to collect any more Thundercats. Anyway,
Yeah,
this is all about Lou. I'm should stop talking about Thundercats. So yeah, check out Lou. Links are in the description. Dude, it was a pleasure. We'll have to do this again. I'm definitely coming on. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm definitely coming on Half Shell Saturday. But I will do it in a different location. I'll just do it from my phone at a different location. Doesn't have to be fancy with the background and whatever. We're just talking we're talking yeah. Yeah, we're talking toys. We're talking Ninja Turtles. It doesn't matter, you know, where I talk from. So
yeah.
yeah, let's do that.
Inside a kitchen, so it's okay.
That's right. I've seen you eat cereal while on Geeking Out.
I try
You're
not
just like
to, but
you're like I'm here.
then dip and go to work.
Well, at this point in everything, we're just like friends chilling and talking. That's all.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a big production. Maybe one day down the road, you know, we'll you know, be more professional and, you know, production will be up there.
People got cups with their favorite beverage inside of it while they're on screen. So
yeah,
let's just keep it a stack, you know. But I know they're not eating, but boy, oh boy, you know, got to do what
all right. Well,
but thank you for having me, Costa. It's always a pleasure. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications for more. And I'll catch you on the next one. And Costa, you'll catch him on the next one too.
Oh yeah. I'm staying, guys.
He's staying.
Lou.
Hey.
I'll talk to you
later, bro. Thank you for having me. Peace.
All right, guys. Let's see. This is Ray Ray's collection. I'm so glad I found your channel. I have started to buy storage shelving. My collection room is getting done with all Wayland shelving. Oh yeah, the Wayland shelving. Yeah. Thank you for the idea. So save me loads of money. Hey, you're welcome. If anybody's watching and they have any questions for their display cases, I will answer them. I will wait some time, and then I will tell you while we're waiting. I'm going to tell you what I have going on. So I am still working on. Oh, Riley. What's up, Riley? Riley! Where's my t-shirt, Riley? Where's my t-shirt? Anyway. Oh. I gotta hop on your show. Yes! Yes! You know what? Maybe if you're available next week, we can go through your collection. Or any week, actually. I'll talk to you off air. Off air and we'll discuss, because I like doing some collection tours with people that come on, and we can do kind of a mini collection tour and have you on. Definitely, Riley. Definitely. So I am working on the Grail display case. You probably have seen it. I accidentally blew out the lights. That's what happens when you use the wrong voltage power source. I thought I had 12 volts, but I had 24. Blew out the whole lighting. So I have to rebuild that from scratch, which is perfect because I needed to do to video me making the light system that I put into the Grail case. And those who are not familiar with the Grail, let me see if I can pull a picture up and show you what it looks like. I'm now like Sean Connery. Let's see, picture. Grail case. It's the case for grail. And then I am working on some reviews, just getting my feet wet. Some of the reviews might be of stuff that's already been out. I got a really good deal, like retail pretty much on a DX14 Joker. So I can go with my other Joker and my Keaton Batman that I have. Do I not have a picture of? Do I not have a picture of the damn thing? Let me go to my homepage. No, my profile. Let's see. Come on. So, and then I got some reviews. I want to do some previews. I got a couple of videos about what my grails are. I'm going to do one of non Marvel, Star Wars, or DC grails. So basically something that's not comic oriented, although it could be comic oriented. I got to make sure that it's not comic or superhero or Star Wars oriented. Let's see. There we go. Here. Hello, Grails. Good morning, Grails, to you. No, that's a brother cousin show. You should go see that. Good morning, Grails, whenever he has that available, because it is awesome, and he buys all kinds of grails. Let's see. Share screen. This, my friends, this is Sparta. No. This is the Grail case. Let's see if I can make it bigger. So this is my Grail case. So the lighting up here, lighting at the top and the lighting at the bottom, I blew those lights out. So hopefully I can fix it. I'm also making some additions. So previously only only the black background. I'm going to show it with a clear back, acrylic background. I'm going to give you another choice. At the top, I use a shiny piece of acrylic up here. I'm going to use a matte PVC piece. So yeah, as you can see, this is to showcase your grails. Also, I'm thinking about doing an additional mid shelf. So if you collect 3 3/4 figures or like McFarlane style figures, you can actually have 2 shelves of McFarlane figures if you want. So let's see. DX14 is a great figure. Yeah, thanks, Ray. Dude, it was I can't believe how much it cost. It was I think it was $275 shipped. No tax, no nothing. So I think that's a pretty freaking good deal on the DX14. And Chris says, I know one of your grails is a 2-pack. Yeah, okay, maybe Chris. Anyway, so I'm working on that, some previews, some reviews, but yeah, and if you want to send me, if you are making the display case, if you're making the let me pull up my face here. If you're making the garage shelf, or if you're making the display case that looks like a Maji case that you can hang on your wall, or any of those display cases, you can see below right there, popculturelivingroom@gmail.com. It is you can send pictures. I want to show you off, so if you send me pictures, I can do a nice spotlight of your case like I did today with Jeremy Scully. You can check back on other live streams where I've shown other people's cases. If you do toy photography, I'm interested in having you on and discussing your process, because I always am up to learning new things. Or if you want to show off your collection, you know, reach out to me, popculturelivingroom@gmail.com, or you can message me at Instagram. I'd have you on and we can do like a mini collection tour. I have a set of questions that I normally ask, and we can go through those questions and you can go through your collection. I'd be pretty interested in seeing that, because this is stuff that I love. So if there are no questions, we're just gonna end it. I will see you guys on the wait for it. I will see you guys next week.